is Mortimer. Katlyn is Abby. Emily's Martha. Abby and Martha are Mortimer's aunts. They have a secret that they've been killing lonely old men and burying them in their cellar. Brendan's over just to visit, and he finds one of the dead bodies in the windowsill. So it's called Arsenic and Old Lace. Sorry.
All right, cool. Thank you.
How is Elaine, dear?
Yes, well, we're going to be married.
Oh, Mortimer! Martha, Martha, come right in. I've got wonderful news. Mortimer and Elaine are going to be married. Married? Oh, Mortimer, we hoped it would happen just like this.
Elaine must be the happiest girl in the world.
Yes, happy? Look at him leaping over those gravestones. Say, what is that?
What's what, dear? Oh, that's a movie star sending into heaven.
No, standing on Mrs. Stout's left ear. A bird. Oh, that's a red-crested swallow. I've only seen one of those before in my life.
Oh, Mortimer, I don't know how you can think of birds right now with Elaine and the engagement and everything.
It's a vanishing species. Thoreau was very fond of them. By the way, I left an envelope here last week. It's one of the chapters I'm writing on my book on Thoreau. Have you seen it?
Well, if you left it here, it must be here somewhere.
Well, what are your plans? When are you going to get married? There has to be something more you can tell us about Elaine.
Well, Elaine? Yes, she thought it was brilliant.
What, dear?
My chapter on Thoreau.
When Elaine comes back, I think we ought to have a little celebration. We must drink to your happiness. Say, Martha, isn't there some of that Lady Baltimore cake left?
Oh, yes.
And we will open a bottle of wine.
And to think, it happened in this very room.
Where can I put that thing?
Well, with your fiancé sitting beside you tonight, I do hope the play will be something you can enjoy for once. Oh, it may even be something romantic. What's the name of it?
Murder at Will.
Oh, dear.
That's a wonderful little play. The first thing you see when the curtains go up is a dead body. I actually remember one of the rehearsal periods, my friend and I... Hello? Aunt Abby?
Yes,
You were going to make plans for Teddy to go to that sanitarium, Happendale, right?
yes, dear, it's all arranged. Dr. Harper came by and he brought those papers for Teddy to sign. Well,
Yes, well, he's got to sign it right away.
that's what Dr. Harper thinks. And then there won't be any legal difficulties after we pass on.
Yes, well, he's got to sign it this minute. He's down in the cellar. I'll just go grab him really quickly.
Mortimer, there's no such hurry as that.
When Teddy starts working on the canal, you just never really seem to get his mind on anything else.
No, he's got to sign it now, tonight.
Mortimer, nonsense.
He's got to sign it right away, right away.
Why, as long as we live, we will not be separated from Teddy.
Listen, darlings, I'm afraid I have some rather troubling news. Now, we've all got to try to keep our heads on straight here. We sort of humored Teddy because we thought he was harmless.
Why, he is harmless.
No, he was harmless. And that's why he has to go to Hackendale, or why he has to be confined.
Why, Mortimer, why have you suddenly turned against Teddy, your own brother?
Well, you're going to have to know at some point. Might as well be now. Teddy has killed a man.
Nonsense, dear.
There's a body in the window seat.
Yes, dear, we know.
You know?
Yes, dear, but it has nothing to do with Teddy.
Now that you know, you can just forget the whole thing. Forget you ever even saw the man.
Forget it.
Yes, dear, we never drink tea.
But who is he?
Oh, his name's Hoskins. Adam Hoskins, dear. That's all I really know about him, except that, oh yes, he was the Methodist.
Wait, that's all you know about him? I mean, well, what's he doing here? What happened to him?
He died.
And Martha, men don't just go into window seats and die.
No, darling.
But how?
Mortimer, do not be so inquisitive. The man died because he simply drank some wine with some poison in it.
Yeah, but how did the poison get in the wine?
We put it in wine because it's less noticeable. When it's in tea, it has a distinct...
Wait, you put it in the wine?
Yes.
And I put Mr. Hoskins in the window seat because Dr. Harper was coming.
Wait, so you knew what you'd done and you didn't think Mr. Hoskins would see the body?
Well, not at tea. That would have been very nice. Now, Mortimer, now that you know the whole thing, you can just forget about it. I do think Martha and I have a right to our own little secret.
And don't you tell Elaine. Oh, while I was out, I dropped in on Mrs. Schultz again. She's doing better, but she'd like us to take Junior to the movies again.
Oh, yes, we must do that either tomorrow or the day after that.
Yes, but this time we're going somewhere where we want to go. I'm not having him drag me to one of those scary pictures again.
You know, they shouldn't even be allowed to make pictures just to frighten people.
Hi, City Hall? Hey, Al, do you know who this is? Yes, right. Now, Al, when I left the office, I told you where I was going, right? Yes, and where did I say? Okay. And, what, Brooklyn's about, 30 minutes, right? Yeah, and, what time have you got? Uh-huh. All right, well, I must be here then. Thanks, Al. And Martha and Abby? Well, what are we gonna do?
What are we going to do about what, dear?
There's a body in the window seat.
Yes, Mr. Hoskins.
Oh my God. Well, I can't turn you over to the police. What am I gonna do?
Well, for one thing, stop being so excited.
And for pity's sake, stop worrying. We told you to forget the whole thing.
Forget it. Aunt Abby, what do I have to do to convince you something has to be done?
Mortimer, now you behave yourself. You are way too old to be flying off the handle like
Yes, but Mr. Hopkins says...
Hoskins.
Well, whatever his name is, we can't just leave him here.
We don't intend to, dear.
Teddy's down the cellar now, digging the loft.
You're gonna bury Mr. Hopkins in the cellar?
Yes, dear, that's what we did with the others.
Gosh, Aunt Martha, you can't just go and bury Mr. Hopkins in the cellar with the others.
The other gentleman.
So when you say other, you mean as in more than one others?
Yes. Let me see. This makes 12, doesn't it, Abby?
12?
No, dear, I think this makes 13.
Oh my God, 13.
Oh, you're right. It does make 13.
All right, well, let me get this straight. Who was the first one?
Mr. Mitchley. He was the Baptist.
Still, I don't think we can take full credit for him because he just died.
Martha means without any help from us, you see. Mr. Mitchley just came here looking for a room.
And it was right after you left for New York.
And it just didn't seem fair that your room should go to such a waste when there were just so many people who needed it.
And he was such a lonely old man.
Oh, all his kids and kin were dead, and it just left him so forlorn and unhappy.
And we felt so sorry for him.
And then, when his heart attack came, he sat dead right in that chair. Oh, remember, Martha? It was so peaceful. And we promised right then and there that if we could help other lonely old men find that peace, we would.
Wow. So he fell dead right in his chair? Must have been very traumatizing for both of you.
Oh, not at all. It was rather like old times. Your grandfather always had a cadaver or two lying around the house. You see, Teddy had been digging in Panama, and he thought Mr. Ridgely was a yellow fever victim.
And that meant he had to be buried almost immediately.
So we took Mr. Ridgely down to the lot and we buried him. So that's why we told you not to worry about it, because we know exactly what's to be done.
Oh, so that's how this all started, just a guy coming in here and dying.
Well, we realized we couldn't depend on just that happening again.
So, Mortimer, for every gallon of elderberry wine, it takes a half teaspoon of arsenic and a pinch of cyanide.
Wow, that must have quite a kick.
As a matter of fact, one man even took the time to stop and say, "How delicious."
Well, I've got to get things started in the kitchen.
I do wish you could stay for dinner.
I'm trying out a new recipe.
I'll be right in, Martha. Oh, well, I do feel better, dear, now that you understand. You have to wait for Elaine still now, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh, how happy you must be. I will leave you alone with your thoughts.
Same.
Okay, thank you.